Igor Tudor has left Tottenham, and realistically, is anyone too surprised? I think we all saw this coming after a result against Nottingham Forest, losing 3-0 at home, and especially adding to the news that he lost his father during the game as well. But realistically, should Igor Tudor have been given the job in the first place 44 days ago? Probably not, considering his lack of Premier League experience. At the time, I didn't really see that as a major issue, but, you know, especially now for the next appointment, that has to be a massive factor, just because of the amount of time to work with and being able to just turn it around from the get-go straight away. Because realistically, Tottenham now needs someone who knows the club, the Premier League, and just the current way that football in the Premier League is played. Because any manager coming in now from Europe or elsewhere, they're going to need too much time to learn the league, the players, and everything else about, you know, a Tottenham fan would be more well off than a European manager because they know what works and what doesn't work, because we've been seeing it all season. So seeing names like Adi Hutter be linked is a bit like, what's the point? Because, you know, it's just a part two of what we've just done with Igor Tudor here. You know, I do feel sorry for Igor Tudor because realistically it was a job which you're most likely going to fail at, because there's no easy way to succeed in this Tottenham job with the amount of time you've got left to win, you know, the players, the fans, everyone over, and to succeed from the get-go. So he was, you know, in a way set up for failure, especially with what he had at his disposal in regards to the players, because that ultimately comes down to those higher up and the state of our injury crisis. In the end, he only got the 1 point, which was against Liverpool away. And realistically, if it comes down to 1 point being what helps us get over the line, then, you know, he's a hero. But at the minute, he's just kind of a manager that'll get lost in some pub because question in the future. Cannot stress that the next person that Tottenham need to bring in is someone that has Premier League experience, has experience recently in the Premier League. No one that's... You can suggest Harry Redknapp, Glenn Hoddle, Teddy Sheringham, whoever you want, and Tim Sherwood as well. But realistically, they've not managed in such a long time in this league. It just doesn't make sense. It's going to be a lot of work for them to be able to catch up, and realistically, it's not suited to how they manage, how they coach. They're a bit more outdated now, and, you know, that's why you probably have to look at someone like Ryan Mason or even Robbie Keane. I know he would only sign for a permanent, but just give him the permanent job, because realistically, it's either going to go well or it's not going to go well. And he'll get the fans buy-in, you know, players buy-in from majority who know him. But realistically, he'll either fail or he'll succeed. You know, if you got him under the contract then and he's doing a good job, then you've got a winner there. But if not, then, you know, it's just on to the next manager. But realistically, if we do then have to go down as well, Robbie Keane in the Championship, does that sound like a bad appointment for that? Not really either. So it's something that you could look at, but I don't know. I don't feel like he'll probably leave where he's at now because they are in a title race. Ryan Mason probably looks the most easier appointment, but apparently he's not been contacted just yet because he does know the players. He was with them last year as a coach. He was assistant manager for Ange Postecoglou, or his coaching staff anyway. So realistically, you know, it's someone that knows the players, knows the club, supports the club, and that's the best that we can hope for, really.